What's good, y'all? It's your boy Need for Cheese coming back with another episode of Who You Got Debate Show. And it's gonna be going back and forth this season. It's gonna be sometimes it's gonna be episodes where it's two topics. Sometimes it's gonna be who you got. So it's gonna be three to four topics or three to four examples, and you just pick which one out of all four or out of the three that you're gonna be like, okay, I can live without this one, and I'm gonna keep the other ones. Today I got both of my brothers on. I got Mike and Sherrod. If you see that, Mike is to the left of me over here, and Sherrod's underneath both of us. So if you look at that, they gonna be on a few episodes, so you guys gonna see us talking a couple of weeks, couple of months, and everything like that. They're gonna be in a couple of other things that I got going to as well. But we're gonna start this off with another debate show. And this time, I know with the Marvel movies and COVID and everything, Marvel still found a way to thrive a little bit in the pandemic. I think the first couple of things might have took a hit. The first couple of things might took a hit, but towards the end of the year, it really didn't matter at that point. Everything was kind of good. So for all of our comic book fans and everything like that, we're going to talk about one gotta go today. And the first one gotta go is the Marvel TV shows. So all of the Marvel Disney Plus shows that just came out, we're going to talk about all the live action ones. What If was a great animated one. It was really good, but we're gonna leave that one aside and we might talk about that one a different day. On this day, we're gonna talk about the four that they have released of the live action, which was WandaVision, The Falcon and Winter Soldier, what was that?
Loki,
Loki and
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Just finished up Hawkeye. I think both of them they finished up Hawkeye as well. So everybody's kind of in tune with everything that's happening in the series. So I'm gonna ask both of you, out of those four, you guys gonna see the picture inserted here somewhere somehow. You're gonna see all four of them. Out of those four, which one you guys feel gotta go? Like I say, everybody's gonna be different, and feel free to jump in at any time. It doesn't have to be Mike. You go first, Rod. You go first. Just jump in, have conversation. But if anybody got their order right now, out of those four shows, which one you could be like, all of them were cool, but I could probably, if I had to get rid of one, I'd get rid of this one.
Okay, you can go. You can go, try.
I'm kind of torn between. So each one of them, had elements that I liked. Each one of them had elements that I didn't like. Like I felt like WandaVision was too slow. It was really like the fourth, fifth episode before you really started to really get any legway. Loki had a couple of filler episodes that I didn't care for either. To be honest, if I had to let one go, I'm almost leaning more toward Falcon and Winter Soldier than I am Hawkeye, just because of the implications from Hawkeye to Spider-Man. It feel like while in the episodes you watch it ain't as big until you see other stuff. Whereas Falcon and the Winter Soldier, outside of just really telling me more about the Secret Soldier Serum, which we had already known about, and everybody else playing around that pretty much, then it was kind of serious the stuff that I saw about. I mean, it was cool to see Isaiah Bradley or whatever, so that was really cool. And I guess the possibility of the Thunderbolts with the John Walker thing, but I mean, but those were like, I guess, people that I felt like you could have added in Power Broker. You could have really added them in any type of, that could have been like it was basically a mini Marvel movie, but you could have added them into any movie and it's still been, I felt like the other ones had something distinct about it, unless you're gonna say that Wilson Fisk and everybody else are on juice. Like other than that, like other than that, like that's pretty much the only thing that you can really be getting there. So I probably would go Falcon and Winter Soldier. I like Falcon and Winter Soldier had the best action, but like storyline and plot, it felt like a Marvel movie. So like the other three kind of gave me something a little bit different. And I kind of like the Hawkeye gave me more. I know they were saying like I can't remember the movie that they were comparing it to, but it gave me more like a James Bond feel, like type movie. I mean, type of thing where with the whatever. And so, so if I had to choose one, it'd be probably Falcon and Winter Soldier. Most people pick Hawkeye, but I pick Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say Falcon because of the behind the scenes stuff that went wrong. I told you she earlier the subplot lines that had to be cut out, like the virus stuff and all that, because the difficulty shooting. I understand that was out of their control, and because you didn't want something so similar to COVID being a part of your plot line of the show. But I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna just say that the Winter Soldier or Falcon and Winter Soldier seemed to take itself a lot more seriously than and more dramatic than Hawkeye did. Hawkeye seemed like a Saturday morning, not cartoon, but like Saturday morning fun show for the most part. I mean, I know a lot of crazy stuff happened in the show, but I think it you kind of knew what it was. It was like a Christmas episode of something that you enjoy, so it wasn't too deep and it wasn't too heavy at all or whatever. But the only problem I have with both of them is that they didn't really give me much in terms of future implications. Like we understand WandaVision is huge for what the multiverse is going to be, and so is Loki. But leaving off of that, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Thunderbolt's cool. Val introducing Val and stuff, and her recruitment of people cool, and like I said, showing that Wilson Fisk and some of the Netflix Marvel stuff is included. Cool, but I don't really care that much. But yeah, and also like Kate was like my most like of all the shows, I hated Kate like
really
most. Kate Bishop, like she got on my nerves the whole series. She got on my nerves, but I mean I'm cool with her being now a new Hawkeye, whatever. But like the whole series, I was just like spoiled, rich, entitled brat the whole time. But nobody bothers me like they really in Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I think the drama hits better in that show too. Like when the new Cap, oh man, what is his name? John Walker.
John Walker. He irritated me.
He irritated. But he was a really solid villain, and when he decapitated dude and the blood was on the shield, they had much better cinematography in that series, I feel like, than Hawkeye. But the shots look better, the locations look better, all that blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say that too. I'm agree, especially you can go.
Probably looking at those, that's probably the consensus of a lot of them, only because I told you even before that, I was like, that's the one I remember the least about. That's the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's the one I remember the least about. Like I said, the action was great and everything like that, but like I said, the storyline is kind of like them trying to find themselves and what they're gonna do next, but finding it out with each other. And I'm like, it's still that it just implicated he's gonna be back for Captain America 4. We'll get a black Captain America. That's kind of the implications that he got in there. And like I said, Thunderbolt is cool, but it also shows how successful Disney and Marvel feel they are, because they can introduce any storyline or introduce any characters now because of how successful they've been. So that these miniseries give them an option to introduce people. Like in Hawkeye, you introduce Kingpin. You bring Kingpin back in here. And then you do stuff like that. So now people are looking forward to something like that. Even though Kingpin get killed, supposedly, at the end of Hawkeye, because then nobody see nothing. You just hear a gunshot. So you don't know what happened.
Yeah, you didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Yeah, if you didn't see it.
And based on the comic book, I'm guessing it didn't happen. I didn't think they brought him in just to kill him. So in a Disney Plus
and
show.
Then he was there 2 episodes. So I was like, you can bring me in for 2 episodes to kill him. So
sorry, spoiler. I'm assuming if you're watching this or something like this, you didn't see Spider-Man. I'm sure that there's no reason for you to see Daredevil or Charlie Cox, right? And you're not gonna see. And you brought Wilson Fisk.
We was gonna talk about that in the other one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, So you're saying like there's no reason to see one without the other, is what you're pretty
Yeah,
much
there's
saying.
no reason because if you see even the terrible Daredevil movies and everything else, they gonna meet. So there's no point to take that away for no reason. So you know that he's gonna go by the comic books, and I'm guessing he's gonna be blind in the eye, shot in the eye patch, blind. It's gonna be something like that to where we see him again. Then they got an Echo series coming, so I'm sure that that's not it. So
exactly.
I mean, yeah. So with Marvel having so many different series that they got coming out, like I said, spinoffs of a lot of different things. I feel like WandaVision finished the strongest out of all of them.
Really?
WandaVision finished the strongest. The end of it, yeah, they finished the strong. Because Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was a good fight at the end, but like I said, they trying to save what's the name as Thunderbolt, trying to save it, and then he get recruited and everything. That was cool. Loki, like I said, with Kang the Conqueror, like I said, him getting introduced, and he's gonna be a villain in the future.
So that's why I think that Loki finished the strongest, because with WandaVision, you don't. Okay, so WandaVision opened the door for them to do whatever, but you don't know what that whatever is. Like you don't have a clear indication. They can just say, "Oh, we're gonna have these characters come in, multiverses, why they got here." Like that's the easy way in and out of trying to do that. I looked at Loki having more of an implication because of we know what's coming. Like we just don't. The only thing we don't know is the movie, but he's coming to Ant-Man, so you know that there's something else coming. But because there are certain characters that you itching to see on screen.
I think for me, I think WandaVision finished better to me because it was that whole series pretty much a origin story to the real Scarlet Witch, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and for it to be a complete series, it finished when we got to see season 2 of Loki to see like.
I get what you're saying.
That's why I say that's why I feel the same way.
Oh, his has to carry on. So
yeah, that's why I feel the same way about WandaVision, because I feel like what they did for Scarlet Witch in that series
and wrapped it up.
And they wrapped it up.
So y'all feel like, okay, I get what you're saying. Of the 4, it had the most finite, I guess, outside ending. Yeah, like at least the Hex in Westview is down.
Yeah. It had the best finale to the series.
And then you got the spinoff with was it Agatha? Was it Agatha?
Yeah.
That's coming, and then we also had that plot line of maybe they bring back that second Vision, or I don't know if it's just in the series. It's something. It's still something extra that could be pulled out of that. Then you reintroduce Quicksilver.
No, he gonna pop up in a movie or something. It's the way for him to
Quicksilver
was a vibranium robot. He's coming back.
Quicksilver was probably gonna pop back up. Like I said, it's with this multiverse happening. I feel like I said, the Kang the Conqueror, like I said, introducing him for Ant-Man 3 and everything like that. That was good. Like I said, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was okay, but it felt like all of those were filler. It felt like that whole series was filler.
I do wonder what they're gonna do with Kang. Like, is he gonna be like? I don't think anybody's gonna probably be a Thanos level thing across them. They built that specifically for that saga. But I wonder, like, I don't think Kang the Conqueror though is a one movie off either. Like, I don't think that he's gonna just show up in Ant-Man. That's it. I think.
I think that's his introduction. I guess.
Yeah, but I do wonder, like, you get too messy. Not messy, but like okay, so like when you look at the past Infinity Saga, right? Like they didn't really all the villains that they introduced were second tier villains except for Thanos. Thanos was the villain. Everybody was second tier to that. But they got villains now, like Kang the Conqueror. Now he's a top tier villain. If you did Doctor Doom, he's a top tier villain. If you do like Galactus is a top tier villain. And so what I'm wondering is how are they? The interesting thing is you can't, well, I guess you can, but you really can't make this a Avengers level threat with 3 of them. So I'm interested if they're gonna make one is like Galactus is gonna be more of a Guardians of the Galaxy issue or Eternal issue, or is they gonna be like?
They haven't introduced it yet. They haven't introduced
Galactus yet. So
Yeah.
So
I'm saying I think
guess
they focusing on Kang for this phase, you know.
Yeah.
true.
So
I guess what I'm thinking is it depends on, and I don't see again. You got the question, so I don't want to jump ahead of anything, but I guess it depends on what next character they introduce. For instance, because like if then because I think I saw something where they were saying what we're in now, phase 4, well, phase 5 can start, right? Phase 5 can start.
yeah, we're in phase 4
start.
now. So
we're still in phase.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think the
we're still
multiverse, Doctor Strange and Thor. Yeah, okay. So
They're gonna
they're
start
basically saying
5.
that they got
no,
some.
it's on in phase
Yeah,
4 still, I think. So
yeah. I think
yeah.
I can't remember what's the end of it, but basically that they got a few unannounced movies that are playing. So basically, what I was getting to was like, I would be sure that in this next phase we'll get the Fantastic Four, and so
Yeah, they redoing that script already.
and then in that point, Doctor Doom is coming. So that won't be a multi-year type thing. That might be because Kane would have really just been seen in one movie by then.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is like I wonder how they're gonna handle having
Because
because you
Ant-Man 3
can't.
will come out for what, another 2 years?
Is
Another
it 2
year?
years? Yeah, it's 2023.
Ant-Man come out next year,
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ant-Man come
So
out.
what I think is, I think Kane is the big bad, but I don't think he's gonna span 3 phases like Thanos did. Is what I'm saying. As the
That's what I was
overarching
saying.
bad.
Yeah.
I think he'll be done within a phase or 2, and then it'll be merging on to something else. I think
You got Galactus and
that's what I said.
because
Dr. Silver
they
Surfer
gonna
comes.
run down those villains. They gonna run all of them.
You don't
down.
know. You don't know if Gordon got because you can't run them down. I think to Mike's point, you're gonna run out of people. I mean that type of level.
I think the thing is you have these smaller villains for each character, and then you have the overarching, which seems to be Kang. It's the overarching one. And then, but so like Kingpin is a New York villain.
Yeah, he's a New York villain. He's a local villain.
Right. That's a smaller villain. Like the God Butcher is a Thor villain, right? Like it's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna grow past that. He's gonna be for that movie like hell it was. So
it's crazy too that they said that like Eternals, like people didn't like it so much that they were planning on doing Eternals too, and I wonder if they still gonna do it.
Yeah, they still do it. Yeah, they still do it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
they're still gonna get enough money for it.
Yeah. But I think because the thing is, you go pull other characters from other franchises into Eternals too, like they all commingle, and that's gonna bring more attention to it. You bring Doctor Strange or somebody else into Eternals too, the same way. Once it becomes more inclusive into the world, then
I wonder if that's gonna be that way for them to bring in like Hercules and stuff like that into some of these movies, like
they might.
Cross.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that next time. Well, we might as well. We all choosing Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I probably would say Falcon and the Winter Soldier is probably going to be that one, because outside of that, the other one that I might get rid of was probably Loki had one more filler episode than I think Hawkeye had, so that's the only reason because Loki it was.
Dang, for you get rid of Loki. I actually like
But
Loki.
now it was either episode 3 or 4 in Loki where we was just like, bro, why is you playing this? Why is you here doing this? It was like a 2-episode span where Loki was just like, okay.
I mean,
yeah, I think
all the shows, the second, yeah.
But
all the shows, either the first act of the show or the second act of the show.
I was just gonna say Loki had 9 episodes.
No, it had 6, and those middle two, 3 and 4.
Yeah, the
3 and 4 was
3 and 4 were terrible. Yeah, you could
that was
1 and 2
second act.
and 4 and 5 and 6.
Right, that was the second act of the thing. So like, in a 3-act structure, those middle 2 episodes is supposed to be like the second act.
Let me tell you something.
They dragged on a bit.
Because Kane's reveal was the second worst kept secret of the year, and yet but seeing it still, it was like you were like, what?
That's how all of them seem to be like. Like we knew Agatha was Agatha.
Yeah, but when they found out it was Agatha, the way they introduced, I was like, oh, okay.
Right. So it's like, same way with Kingpin, we knew it was Kingpin. He was referring to the big guy the whole series. We knew
the whole series.
We knew who it was. We knew who it was.
Set up. I'm like, so like, and the crazy thing about it is, even with Spider-Man. Well, actually, I don't want to jump here. Continue. Go to the next thing. I don't want to jump in.
I mean, looking at that, we probably all would do Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'll probably say my favorite one, probably finishing out of them, was WandaVision. It's probably that one finished the strongest, and I like the sub characters that bring in. You bring in Photon, you bring in. I like those sub characters that you brought into the thing. Like I said, the difference between reality and non-reality when it comes to her, how she did Vision and everything like that. And then they showing the army dude, he was messed up, and then you introduce the scrolls at the end. You was scrolling in to even keep.
Yeah, WandaVision had a lot of moving parts. It touched just about everything.
So that's probably why I would say WandaVision is probably my favorite out of them. I did Loki and Hawkeye, give or take, whichever day it is. I could watch either one, and then probably, like I said, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's probably one of the ones where it was cool, but it was like if they didn't put this out, I probably wouldn't have been mad. Because if I was including all of them, What If would have been.
I honestly think that the Falcon and Winter Soldier could have been like the first and maybe the first half of the second act of Captain America 4. You know,
it felt like a Marvel. It felt like a Marvel movie.
Like a lot of that could have been like that whole show.
Like an extra. It felt like the extra.
I get what you're saying to explain the Super Soldier scene with Captain America.
It could have been a plot line in Captain America 4. You know what I mean? Like, and condensed down to like about half the movie, and then you could have had
instead of making it about basically Black Captain America.
Right.
Yeah, so they want to introduce.
I definitely respect it. But
they wanted to introduce the suit and applied in there.
Well, basically what they're trying to do is any way they said that, hey, we want to introduce the Young Avengers, and how can we do it? Oh, we got these TV shows, we can put them in and introduce them that way. I think that's what.
I think overall that's what this year has kind of made everybody realize, that we're expecting these shows to be like Daredevil and stuff, when like really they're just filler in between movie.
Until introduce characters.
This is what the heroes are up to right now. You know what I mean? Like this is what they're up to right now.
This is in between their movies.
This is
This is everyday life.
This is the mixtape to the album. This is mixtape. I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you something.
And we can throw and then now we can add a couple of characters in that we might use later on. Clearly they're doing the Young Avengers, and clearly they're doing. I guess you want to say they're doing Thunderbolt, but they've been kind of working on it for a while. So so.
You always got an evil version of something. You always gotta have somebody do the same thing you do, but evil. You gotta always have that. So with Thunderbolt coming in, but yeah, probably looking at all four of those, I think we all probably agree. Falcon and Winter Soldier, like I said, it was cool, but it was also like if you didn't put it out there, I wouldn't have been mad. The other ones, I actually like the plot line to it a little bit more. So that wasn't bad. So, all right, to the people out there on this episode of Who You Got, we debated the Marvel TV shows, and obviously we all think the same thing. Falcon and Winter Soldier, character-wise, they're great. Falcon and Winter Soldier, the storyline, they could have kept that. Or been like, you know what? Until we redevelop this plot, we're gonna push this back.
That's what I wish they would have done. Yeah.
But you know, Marvel and money, they go together. So they was like, yeah, we're gonna put this out.
Right.
So that's been another episode of Who You Got Debate with my brothers. Of course, we talked about the Marvel TV franchises, and they got new ones coming. With She-Hulk and ain't Blade a miniseries too? Or
it's gonna be a movie.
I think he's gonna get a movie.
He's gonna get a movie, but it's
She-Hulk got one.
She-Hulk got one.
Is Miss Marvel?
Moonlight.
So they had a whole list of different ones that's coming out. So this way you can introduce these shows, and this is the leeway into introducing them into the movie. So it's just gonna go something like that. But this has been another episode. I want to thank them for coming on, and we will see you guys again next week on another episode of Who You Got. You feel me?